What's up, YouTube? This is Sea-Dog, and I'm back with another review, and this time it's on the Transformers Titanium Series die-cast SCOURGE. And as you can see, we have SCOURGE right here, and in the background we have the packaging. But first we'll take a look at his space boat mode. As you can see, we have the space boat mode, and this thing's still in pretty good shape. This is all die-cast metal. All this whole part right here. On this side too, going on the sides, and all through the back. You can see the screw holes where the die-cast metal would be screwed in. And a couple more screws there. It's die-cast metal on the back of him with another screw hole in the back. This whole thing is painted like kind of like a light gray all the way around. That's all paint, and with a nice blue paint app on top, and some gold lining done there too. Some details are carved in as well. You can see the lines here on the sides, a couple little divots here. It's got some molding lines here and there. Now all this right here is plastic, and we have a nice Decepticon shield. You see? Let's see if I can get it on both sides. We got one there and one there, outlined really nicely. This whole nice big thing right here is a blue paint app, and we have gold paint app in the middle here. We have a silver paint app on these vents going up to this red paint app for a laser. Got a couple more red dots here and here that are painted on, as well as more of that gray paint on these propulsions or turbines or whatever these are. This is just a blue plastic right here. It's all blue plastic, kind of like a rubbery PVC feel, but all this is hard plastic. You can see the hinge and stuff. And we'll just take a quick look. We have a nice black paint app on the tip. More blue paint apps on the sides here. It all kind of blends together really nicely. Now, I believe I got this figure in about 2004. And I have not taken the display stand out of the packaging the entire time I've owned it. Anyways, as you can see, we have the space boat right here. And in the background, we have the packaging. So let's take a look at the packaging here. Includes display stand, Titanium Series die-cast metal. Shows a picture of the product. And up top, you can see Transformers. On the side, we have some tech details. Kind of looks a little similar to this, but minus this blue part. I don't think is there. Maybe that blue part's just an added detail that was taken out. Could be possibly something in robot mode. We have Optimus, SCOURGE. I guess that's his wave mate. I did not get Optimus. I did get a few other ones though, and now that I'm actually reopening these, I might go after some of these. Optimus does look enticing. I don't have him as a Beast Wars anymore. But let me read we have a strength of 8, intelligence of 8, a speed of 8. Let's see if we can get it closer in here. I'm not so sure that's going to come out. There. Endurance of 7.5, a rank of 8, courage of 8, fire blast 7.5, and skill of 7. Constructed of Decepticon wreckage. It says, after the catastrophic battle in which both Megatron and Optimus Prime were mortally damaged, the fleeing Decepticon forces dumped the ruined bodies and their former comrades into the space to lighten their load. In the void of deep space, the wreckage drifted until an ancient creature known as Unicron swallowed it up, melted it down, and used it to create a host of mechanical servants. Among this host was a squad of elite tracker Terminators known as the Sweeps, led by the deadly and silent Scourge. Then it says, screaming down at the night sky of Cybertron, Scourge and his troops fell upon Autobot and Decepticon alike, destroying all those who stood against them. They were the first in a long line of heralds and servants to the evil Unicron. To this day, many of the streets and buildings of Cybertron carry the scars left by their powerful disintegration cannons. And continuing on, we still have the same details. And we open up the bottom. See, it says Micro Machines by Galoob. I guess that's a subdivision of Micro Machines. We take out to the bottom. And we have a display stand in there. It says Scourge. You can see it's about from here to here. And it's about, it's about that wide. I mean, I could bring my, I'll bring my tape measure down for the next one. But you can see a nice Decepticon painted right there with some kind of cool techie details there. Can you see that? Let's see. And it's like a metallic kind of grid look. It says Scourge, and I have never taken out the display stand, just like I said. Up at the top says More Than Meets the Eye, has that same detail. And that is about it for the packaging. Now we will get to transformation. Okay. Back to the at hand. Alright, so here we go with Scourge. He's pretty simple to transform. You just pop up the flap here. You want to be kind of careful because these are somewhat old because they're pegged in with a weird peg kind of right at the bottom into die cast. And plastic and die cast doesn't really work too well together. So you just kind of like loosen it like that. Flip it open. You can see Scourge's body. Let me see if I can get a better light here. There we go. We will take down his. We take his arms out, separate him, turn his legs, pull his feet down. He's pretty simple. All these titaniums are pretty simple. Then we will shift up this and clip it into place. And then his wings will just kind of hang there, like so. And then we have Scourge. And as you can see, he has fists for hands, so no way to hold a weapon, which is kind of a bummer. But I do have the Generations Scourge in my Generations toys. Actually, I think it's Universe or something like that. But yeah, looking at Scourge, let's see if we can get a better light here for you guys. Alright, we have a nice Decepticon shield on the side here. Looking at the face sculpt. Nice silver paint app for the mustache, and that gray paint for the face and his beard. Fiery bright red for his eyes. He's got a nice outline in silver around the Decepticon shield. This right here is all die cast. All this, all that. This whole body right here. Even this right here is die cast. I think. Yeah, the whole thing is die cast. The other thing that's die cast is all these legs, as I showed you in the entire leg. Even the foot is die cast. And I do believe these were all developed by Don Figueroa. Don Figueroa. He's the one that's doing Mecha Workshop's Marauders, which, yes, I will be getting one of those here soon. It's got a nice lighter blue paint app for the body, with the gold paint app here in the middle, where the vents are. It's got nice molding details. Got some kind of vents. You can feel the ridges. It's got all this molding detail in here. It's a little bit soft, but you can still see it. This is plastic on these thighs and on the legs. I believe, yeah, these shoulders are plastic too. But you know, going through articulation, he can swivel his arms up all the way around. He can lift his arm out. He can bend his elbow about that much, and that's it. It's not much. No swivel at all. He does have a swivel in the wrist, I believe. It's kind of rubbery though, so because it's like a PVC. You know, we can move this out of the way so we got some. It's like a PVC, so I think you can kind of swivel it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially being old. His legs will go forward about that much. Not that much. And see his ball joints come out of the plastic here, and they do tend to pop off. They just pop right back in, but his knees will bend about that much. He does have a little bit of ankle articulation, but it's mostly for the transformation, but I suppose you could use it for some poses. And I believe he has a swivel, so if you wanted to go out to the other side, you kind of have to turn it. It's like a wide joint. You go up. It's not a wide ball joint, but it's still like a wide joint. And he has nothing in his head except for a little bit of bobble going up and down. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And that's Titanium Scourge. Let me know what you think of the review, what you think of the figure. And if you want to see any more of these, I'm definitely going to put up an Optimus Prime here in the next day or so. I'm going to do the recording right now for the first Optimus Prime, first titanium class ever. This is Sea-Dog, and comment, rate, and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.